Bonjour. Thank you so much for that. I know, bonjour. Bonjour. Thanks for coming out tonight. It's lovely weather. And Strictly is not until next week, so we're all right there. I want to say thank you from the off to Nina and her volunteers this evening for making us feel so welcome. Now, there's been some controversy this week, hasn't there, around buying tickets online. And, well, actually, we're going to charge you 50 quid more. But we decided, to counteract that, we'd have you singing instead. So we've knocked 50 quid off your ticket sales, with the caveat that you'll join in. Right? So I'd like to do that from the very first song, if you would be so kind. And she sings in the valley below. Can you sing that? And she sings in the valley below. And you'll hear that at the end of every chorus. Right?
Yeah, I was just going squeaky.
Oh no! Cushion.
It wasn't squeaky.
Well, action.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
As I was walking one fine summer's morning, the meadows were green and gay. I will tell you a tale of the sweet nightingale that sings in the valley below. And she sings in the valley below. I love that song because it just evokes, for me, countryside and summertime. And as we eke out the remaining bits of summer, we just thought it was a lovely one to start with. And just looking around is just so evocative with all the nature and the Somerset wildlife that's surrounding us this evening. So this next song is one of yours.
Yes, this is the title track of an album that I made a few years ago called Fish House Blues. And we live opposite the Fish House in Mere. I grew up in Somerton, it's lovely to be back here. But the Fish House in Mere is one of the oldest houses in the world of its kind. It's the first house that had people living one above the other with separate rooms inside, and it's a very important steward's house for English heritage. But this is a song all about the history of Mere village, called Fish House Blues. still an orchard where there used to be some vines. They used to fish in the lake that's trained behind. Kings used to visit with the monks in a boat. Reeds are still waving, but now commoners got the boat. Knights and landholders were written in the book. Jack figures took the rent in Eels Court to cook. Taunting stones standing on the line. Secrets of the Roman Reich, buried and left to find. With the pools and the wine. Come the night, we'll all be singing. Come the night, we'll all be longing for the fish house. Leaf builds up the stones and the leaf pulls them down. It all left its mark on the brow of his town. Willows bend and sway and lines left to root. Thatch is now tiled up, tooth to tooth. And come the night, we'll all be singing. And come the night, we'll all be longing. And come the night, we'll all be singing. Come the night, we'll all be longing for the fish house Thank you. Well, it's the history of Mia done.
Yeah, done that. Now on to Glastonbury. This is our Glastonbury section, actually. Glastonbury, the Ballad of Glastonbury. This was a poem by Henry Alford, 1810 to 1871. And it's quite a long poem, there's about 300 verses, so we whittled it down to about 7. And it's really brilliant because it's sort of an amazing story. And some of it is Joseph and Arimathea coming to the shores. And but it starts with this lovely imagery of the hills and everything. So we thought it really befitting. So it's a bit of a, in terms of tunes, it's a bit of a mashup, a variety of bold grenadier tunes from Somerset. So yeah, that's
staying in Glastonbury. This is about the Glastonbury Canal, the ill-fated Glastonbury Canal, which was put together by subscription. It was a meeting in the town hall. And lots of the townsfolk put down a pound to have a share in the Glastonbury Canal. But it took years to make because they had to dig it all through the peat, and it kept collapsing in and collapsing in. It was a massive engineering problem. But the idea was that the bricks and the building supplies were coming from Bristol, and they were coming in carts all over the Mendip and getting stuck. And of course the bricks from Glastonbury would go up to Bristol, but they said if we have a canal we can take it out to the Severn and we can become a great town. And everybody put all their money into it and was going to share on the profit, but it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work, this thing. And eventually it opened, and there's a lovely an etching of people promenading along the Glastonbury Canal with the tour in the distance. But a couple of years after, it pretty much started to silt up, and the railways bought it, of course, and built the railway alongside it. You can still walk alongside the canal. It's on the other side of the railway line as you walk through the Avalon marshes. It was quite, somebody ran off with all of the profits, the £3,000, and he was the trustee, and he took a ship to America. And John Bullide, the trustee that was left behind, ran up to the top of St. John's Tower and flung himself off. So it's quite a dark story, but there was a lot of, in the 1700s, lots and lots of things going bust and lots of real financial problems. It's the Glastonbury Canal, if I can get the right harmonica. Ready? Yeah. 2, 4. Street. Business jump and finance fails, and Ahab chases the great white whale. Now that's the whole history of Glastonbury done.
Let's have a look. Yes. We're on to our local trades section. So, my mate Graham and I wrote this song about pub because we were very startled. Pubs were shutting down at an alarming rate, and I would not have had a social life in my late teens if there were not pubs around. Or there was any underage drinking or anything going on. But, so this is called The Lion, and yeah, it's basically, but don't get your lighters out to, sort of directly sort of set the sprinklers off.
Phones.
Or phones. Oh, phones won't set sprinklers off. Did you use phones? Okay, do that. Who spotted the
Yeah, that's right.
What I should say is that Rob Gray also helped Graham and I put this song together. Nice little recording we did.
I was just reminding Samantha.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
And 10 years.
Okay, I'm good now. Sorry about that. I'll retune every song for the next few songs.
Oh, sorry about that. I'll keep them busy.
Right, here we go. 2, 3, 4.
many memories. I know friends about their future was, and I can't believe they're gonna tear the lion down. It's been a whole life for years in this town, but as soon as the market wants to raise it to the ground, just like they did with the crown. I can't believe they're gonna tear the lion down. I can't believe they're gonna tear the lion down. Bring back close. You're doing quite well in Somerton though for pubs, right?
We've still got a lot of practice,
You've still got a lot of pubs.
but a lot less.
Yeah?
Because I think we've got 4 pubs now, haven't we? I mean, we did have 7.
Right.
We had a red wine.
Yeah. I used to do my underage.
Is that what got it shut down?
No, we had under 18s discos, which never happened. Not in the venue.
Just in the bus shelter. That's what we all did growing up in rural England. Bus shelters and pubs.
Cider.
Cider. Lots of cider.
Right, this song's called The Leather Man, but it's not what you probably think.
We're moving on to Yeovilland Street, I guess.
Yeah.
So, the trades of the glovers, the last glove factory's gone in Yeovil now, hasn't it? Just gone, yeah. So, all of the hides and things used to come into Yeovil, and gloves, and of course, Glastonbury, you've got the moccasins and the sheepskins making the over at the Moorlands factory, and of course Clark's and everything. So everybody around here would have been leathermen. Although actually a lot of the Clark's workers were of course all the women working in the backs of the houses all around in street. But I wrote this ages ago when I was a student at Strode College, and I just wrote the lyrics down, and I was just, it's when Clark's Village was being made. I was just sort of looking at the trades turning into commerce. You know, that's what we're doing now. Of course, a lot of the commerce in our villages and towns is struggling as well. But I was also in a library, and I found this old Celtic tune, a Gaelic tune, and it's based on that. Somebody once told me a story that they went out into the southwest of Ireland, and they were camping by an old, tumble-down, abandoned village, one of those villages that would have gone off in famines, and there was no electricity and there was nothing. And after about 3 weeks, they used to sit every night watching a mouse playing on the ruins, and just watching the fire flickering on the stones. I mean, they were probably drinking a lot of cider too. You know, I shouldn't frame this story like that, but he told me, he said, after about 3 weeks, he started to hear music in his head. And his Irish friend, he turned to him and said, "Can you hear that? What is that?" And he said, "That's the music of the land. That's what we based all our folk tunes on." So I kind of imagined that this was the music of the Stones coming out that we used to be able to hear. Anyway, the next week they installed a fridge and he never heard it again. for you.
It's the
Yeah.
start of it, yeah.
I think Amanda's arm fell off then. Yeah, I played it a bit longer than I should have done.
Times it.
We'll go around again, just go.
It's all right. Sweet Country Life. Another song about the countryside. I spent a lot of time away from it and then came back to it with a renewed love for it, really. Now, a lot of the songs that we sing tonight are from Somerset. It's collected from Somerset by Cecil Sharp. This one was collected by Cecil Sharp, but I hope you don't mind, but it was collected in Tewkesbury, not Somerset. So I hope that's all right. I just love this song. So we'll forget about the fact it wasn't collected here. Sweet Country Life.
Butter advert, that one, wouldn't it?
Sweet butter, never put Byron in on it. Remember that, Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've run out of butter, but if we had some, you know what goes with butter and bread?
Chocolate sauce.
Honey.
I did see a big bumblebee somewhere.
Yes. I'm covered in bugs today. But of course, the most important ones for us are the bees. And this is for all the apiarists out there. Any apiarists here? So people that collect honey from bees. Do the bees like the people that collect the honey from them, or are they stealing it, or do they like the fact that they brush them with a soft brush to get off the mites and care for them and wrap them up for winter? I don't know. That's what I'm looking for. Right, so brand new harmonica, because I blew the other one so hard that all the reeds blew out of it the other day. Yeah. This one's another one off the Shouts Blues album. We're playing quite a few of those tonight, aren't we? And quite a few off your album. And we've been doing a bit of recording, so we'll do one together very, very soon, hopefully. Start recording it, haven't we? But this one's called The Apiarist.
Unfortunately, in the Mendip region, there are still those that think it's really funny to go out and hunt foxes. So we've taken a fox hunting folk song and switched it to be an anti-fox hunting song. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you. And I just love this animal, and there's a beautiful painting. Is it embroidery? It's embroidery over there of the fox. And you know, the fox is always vilified, but in this case, the fox does outwit the hunter, and has the last laugh, really.
Good old Renard.
Exactly.
The fox, all being all in a hole, was awakened out of a hole, and on her leg she sprung, oh, sprung, oh, sprung, oh, and on her leg she sprung, oh. The fox came out and the sun shone bright, on her two hind legs she stood upright, at rocks and high mountains she ran like the window, window, window. She ran like the window. I can hear those hounds pursuing of me still, and before that they shall come me nigh. Tricks so loud in the hills, oh, hills, oh, hills, oh. I trip so light over the hills, oh. You can't catch me, I'm much too fast. I'll scupper your plans, I'll have the last laugh. You will run in circles, chasing your own tail, tail, oh, tail, chasing your own tail, oh. I wish in my heart I was under the ground, but all shoes quiet will never be found. I'll drink to the bitch fox with all of my heart, and the big mother beer, a gallon of port, port, oh, port, oh, and a mug of beer, oh, port, oh. The fox, all being all in a hole, was awakened out of a hole, and on her leg she sprung, oh, sprung, oh, sprung, oh, and on her leg she sprung, oh. Right, you've had your hands on your glasses for far too long, your beer glasses. So we'd like to bring this first half to a close with a song together. Now, this is called Birtle Village Hall. And I came upon this story where villagers in Birtle wanted to build a hall, but they couldn't get any money from the National Lottery, so they thought, stuff you, we'll build it ourselves. So they built it, they shoved stuff up in the attic, wool, old tents from Glastonbury Festival, and now they've got a hall. I've got a few problems now though, because there's some things up in the attic where they're liking the wool and stuff, so they're having to rebuild it. But anyway, it's the point that counts, and it's like the community coming together. So, you up for this? Hands and the prints and the fingertips are all in the mud. The hands and the prints and the fingertips are all in the mud.